Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel today. What's the fuss? Well, today I have for you some Wax Melt Empties. I was on a little bit of a dry spell with the cold weather. I really didn't feel like doing a lot of days. I'm lucky I made supper and did some other little odds and ends, but with the cold I just wanted to hunker down, be under the covers constantly, and we were watching Netflix and the channels that my husband got, the paid services. It's just too damn cold to go out to do anything. If we did go out, I made some Dollar Tree hauls. I still have a few more to show you. And also, on the internet and stuff like that. It's just too damn cold to go out. Basically, we just went out. If we had to pick up milk and bread, you need that every now and then. You have to, replenish that more often. At least we do in our home because we use, milk for cereal plus, coffee. Well, my husband likes tea, but he, hot tea, just not the iced tea that I talk about. But, cocoa, stuff like that, cereal, or some meals that actually require putting milk in, like meatloaf or macaroni and cheese, stuff like that, mashed potatoes, whatever. But sometimes we go through a lot of milk and then we'll lay off sometimes, not use it so often. But basically, it's been so cold, you just don't even want to dip a toe out there, as they say. Husband even didn't feel like going even pumping gas because it was so cold. He said, "It's so goddamn cold. I don't even want to go out there and pump the gas." And then, of course, his back was acting up, bothering him, and his knee bothers him at times. So, but he didn't even go to therapy. It was so cold that he even canceled some therapy appointments. He's still going, even though it's going to be a year that he had this knee replacement surgery. But anyway, I wasn't melting so much. It was just too much of an effort for me to even light a votive. And put the wax in the warmer. Yes, I have my electric ones out on my counter. I have a few, for springtime out. But I also use my tea light ones. But it was just a problem to put wax in. It was just a big, huge effort. So I skipped some days. And also, with it being so cold and staying in, just running out, it was like torture to go out there. Um, as I was saying, some days I just didn't melt. It was just, I just didn't care. I just wanted to be under the covers. So if we weren't when we were watching the television and watching the, different shows and stuff with the cable, but then also the package deals, Netflix, Prime, and I think he has Stars or something. So, um, sometimes we both just nod off in the middle of the afternoon, take a cat nap, as they say. Um, we had a few, I mean, very few nice days. It's been just miserable, cold, rainy, snow showers, rain showers, freaking winds blowing all the time. Um, when you had to go out just even for milk or bread, or sometimes we went for some lunch meat because we want to have grilled ham and cheese sandwich or something. And that's basically it. I wasn't coming home with a ton of groceries, trying to dangle them in the cold. Just going out for to pick up something, and potato chips, or pretzels as a snack. 'Cause I even get to the Dollar Tree a lot. It's just recently I got there again. And Dollar Tree was having a dry spell anyway, but now they're going full force again. There's so much stuff out. But yeah, it was a murder just to go out when you had to. When you really, you push it off. Oh well, tomorrow, tomorrow, tomorrow. You keep doing that. Because me and my husband both can't stand the cold. My husband never minded the cold, but as he's gotten older, oh yeah, he minds it now. Me, I've always hated it. I hated it even when I was growing up. I hated walking to school in that miserable cold. So, yeah, so I did get through some. I'm back on the melting thing, so I should stay pretty regular now. For a while. Hope I don't fall off the wagon again. But yeah, I'm gonna show you what I did get through. I think it's a pretty decent amount, even with some slacking. Just because I just didn't care. I was just so freaking cold. I didn't want to do anything. Um, Too much. Just eat, sleep, nap, and um, watch television. When we were not off, you know, me on the couch, him in a chair in the parlor. Both of us had throws on, keeping ourselves warm. Um, the heat was on in the house, and that was not the problem. It's just so damn cold. It comes through any little crack or through the doors now. And when the weather gets a little more better, we have start having more regular warmer days. My husband, he's gonna put out that what do you call it? The weatherizing um, door tape stuff. He's gonna fix all that. So then, by the time at the end of the year, when winter comes around again, he won't have to be filling fart in a day. He's gonna do this, part of this. I guess the late spring, because we're in spring and it just doesn't seem like spring. He's gonna do some of those, repairs with the door tape stuff, and I think some of the windows need some of that stuff put on them too, the weatherizing tape and that. So he has a couple other projects he has lined up too, but you can't really do no. We want to do some painting in here, and the weather's just too cold to paint. I'm afraid it won't dry right. So that's another project that we're gonna do. Get some of these rooms painted since we're living here. It needs a good painting because I don't have any idea when the last time anyone painted before us buying this house. But since we're living here, it's 8 years now. It's due for a paint job. We already got the paint. Everything's downstairs. We got the rollers, the brushes, the pans. We got it all. It's just we're waiting on the weather. And yeah, so maybe even get some new curtains or something. We had the same stuff here for this long already. Um, Nothing too extravagant, but we seriously need these walls painted. Everything in this house has white walls. There's no colored walls at all, except for the a room off the other side of the kitchen. Um, that has a fireplace in, but we don't use it. It actually can burn wood, but we don't do anything with that. That is not the room that's still screwed up, that we're still with that mess. Um, Still didn't find a contractor that will come here versus who they sent here, which is not working out. So they're all talking about this propane business, so that's still up in the air. But the other room that's next to that, that's all it's very thick paneling. It's not thin paneling. It's like um, solid wood on the walls. And then there's the fireplace here, but like I said, we don't use that fireplace. It was converted over to gas, but we don't use it that way either. Um, the rest of the house, is just heating that room too. Um, but the walls in there, and then it's got a thick shag, deep forest green colored plushy carpeting in there. We don't spend a lot of time in that room, a lot, but that's the only thing that won't need painting, except for the ceiling part. Um, it has a white ceiling in there. But yeah, so we got some projects lined up, just if Mother Nature would cooperate. So I'm going to go on with this empties video. I hope everyone's been doing well. I know some people have the same problem that I'm talking about with the weather. You get a nice day or 2 nice days, you might be up in the 70s or the 80s, depending where you live, maybe even the 90s. And then all of a sudden it drips all the way down, drops all the way down, drips, whatever. It drops all the way down to the 20s and the 30s. It's like all over the damn place. No wonder people are sick in that. And then we have the pollen problem that's, in certain states. that people are dealing with the heavy pollen already. And we get it around here too. Once, winter lifts, we deal with the pollen up here too. People with, hay fever and allergies and stuff. We had runny nose, watery eyes. But people allergic to ragweed and all kinds of stuff. So, and I live near the woods. I live, it's not but woods behind where I live. So, yeah, I'm going to show you what I got in this video. I hope you enjoy it. If you want to pause me and get yourself a pen and paper, maybe you want to jot some of this down, or you might want to get yourself a refreshment and then take me off pause. So, I'm going to continue on right now with this video. So, I want to show you this first. I had bought 2 of these and I showed them in a haul video. This is from Walmart. It's the Allswell company. I bought 2 in this fragrance, and I bought 1 in the light yellowy kind of frosted jar. That one was almond sugar cane, and I think vanilla. I didn't use that one yet, but I have used the scent in the past when it was in smaller jars, when these came out about, I don't know, a year or so ago. But I never had these big frosted glass ones. They look like sea glass. So this one here is the Allswell. This is a 15.2 ounce candle. It's in the scent Savory, which I don't know, is this a new scent altogether? Because do not remember ever seeing this, even in, smaller vessels. But this one here is supposed to be pistachio, marshmallow, and sea salt. And it's a coconut wax blend. And these are pretty big. These are 15.2 ounces, I told you. So they have these lids on with the seal, rubber seal business. And inside we have the wax. And I burnt this a few times. This doesn't eat up quickly like soy waxes do. Maybe there's a little bit of soy in here, but the coconut. And then we have the paraffin wax, which is your best. But I've used this a couple times, and I haven't had any problem with it, but there is a piece of wick there that fell off. Okay, so it's 2 wicks. I'm having a little issue over here for whatever reason. Just a little bit. Maybe it'll correct itself. I haven't trimmed the wicks. I never trimmed them, not even when I started them. I just lit them and let them go. And I used this several times now, and this is a slow burner, which is good. It doesn't burn up, in a day or 2. And you can definitely smell the pistachio, but you can smell true vanilla, scented, and then marshmallow. You actually get the marshmallow. It has a sweet marshmallow smell to it, the vanilla base, the pistachio, and what the heck did they say this was? Sea salt. I guess sort of, but not like other sea salt scents that's mixed in ocean scents or mixed with salted caramels and sea salt. It has a little bit to it, but it's very sweet, very vanilla marshmallowish, both vanilla and marshmallow. And the pistachio. Now the pistachio in here is not a nutty pistachio like other vanilla or caramel scents mixed with pistachio. The pistachio there, but the marshmallow, sweet, sugary, and vanilla is top. And then you got the pistachio coming in behind it. But so it's like the second note. I'm just reading the way they are here, but that's not the actual order. It's saying pistachio, marshmallow, and sea salt. I would say it's in order, smelling it when it's warmed as well as when it's cooled off. I would say you smell marshmallow, then pistachio, then sea salt. But, yeah, it's very good. It's very nice. These last, like I tell you, they don't burn up like in 2 days, like a Bath and Body Works candle or a Goose Creek, 3-wicker. This is 2 wicks, but it is a slow burner. But, pleasantly fills the space around you, the room, the air around you. Yeah, this scent, I would say you could use this anywhere. Kitchen, bedroom, living room, bathroom, wherever you want to put it. Yeah, it's really, really nice. And I have a second one of these. And if I do see it when I'm out in Walmarts, depending, one Walmart to another, if I see it, I will try to get myself at least another two, if not three of these in this particular scent called Savory. I know it's a little hard because the glass is a seafoam green short sort of shade, and then this writing is in white. It's really hard to even see that word savory right there. You're lucky you can see the scent notes in this. But these are pretty nice candles from this All's Well, which is made directly for Walmart. It is a Walmart line. It's strictly made for Walmart stores. So yeah, and these were $13, $12.97 a piece. So yeah, I just want to tell you I've been having really good luck with this one. I don't have no burn business going on inside, no soot action here. It's really clean. So you can go like this, look, no soot, nothing. Clean, clean burn. So I just want to let you know how I feel about that one, what's going on with it. And in case you're interested in that scent or any of the other scents. Now this here is one of about 20 that I bought in all four fragrances from all these. I bought these strictly for spring and summertime. I bought many of this scent. This one was the mango. Then there was the honey pistachio. And there was two other scents. I can't remember off the top of my head. And these pretty vessels, and they are glass. You can reuse these and fill them back up with wax and wicks if you want. You could put battery-operated tea lights in here. You can put little votives, tea lights or votives, scented, unscented, and reuse these. Vessels are just so beautiful in shape and the colors they're in. So this one here, again, from Aldi's, it was the sweet mango. It is 6.7 ounces. I'm not finished with it. This is another one. I don't know what all the blended wax is that's in here. It doesn't tell me specifically. But I got a little problem right there. I don't know why it did that. But I'm not worried about it. If you are, you can get one of those heating gun things or those chef flame things, like when you're making creme brulee, Jesus, creme brulee or stuff. You can order those things on Amazon. It's like a torch thing, a hand style torch. You can put this up against the glass here, and this will melt this down if you're worried about it. If you're not worried about it, you could just freeze it, scoop it out later, throw it in a wax warmer, and use it up. But this was going for many hours and a few days I put this on my kitchen stove when I was, in the evening after I was done, cooking and stuff like that. And I'd have it going in the evening. Sometimes I put it on during the daytime. But this is a slow burner too. It is soy, but I don't know what else is mixed in there. But it made this, here, there's no soot buildup of any kind on these candles. But it did do this wonky thing here. But like I said, just when the candle's done, just put it in the freezer a few minutes, pop it out, throw it in your wax warmer, and you could use it up. And then clean your vessel and, do whatever you want with the vessel, like I suggested, But you don't have to take my suggestion. You can do whatever you want with this. But I have several of this, just in the mango, the honey pistachio, and I forgot the other 2 cents off the top of my head. But this was a good candle. It's a nice peachy sweetness and a mango sweetness instead of a bitter mango. It's really nice. It filled the space. Now, is this going to fill a huge, huge room? No, you probably need 2 or 3 lit. But just an average size or a little smaller, you can smell the scent. So yeah, but these didn't burn up real fast. And these are from Aldi's, but they are actually made by the Kurt, where does it say on here? Does it even say? Because these come with a paper dust cover. Is it Kirtland Company, not Kurtwood. That's Aldi's food business. And other stores that carry Kurtwood food, but this is Kirtland. These are going to be appearing in Aldi's. Apparently, they ain't dealing with Huntington Homes anymore. But yeah, this was really nice. Slow burner. It's quite a bit in here yet. I'd say it burnt about maybe a little more than halfway down because it gets wider here and a little more narrow from the middle of the vessel down. It tapers in. So a little more than half of the wax is gone, but there's quite a bit in there. Great thrower, great company. I really like them. The company, they make wax melts too for them, but they're with the Kirtland company and not the Huntington Home anymore. So I just wanted to show you this. I'll eventually, finish this up and that and move on to the rest of the ones that I have in this collection because they were $4.99 and I just went nuts with this collection. I just bought up as many as I could afford to buy. All right, so now we're going to move on to wax melts in here. I think there's a candle in here somewhere, another candle. All right, so let me look and see. Yes, I have another candle. This one is Caputi. Now, this is the Club 92 Slacken & Co. Right there. These are in Dollar General stores. These were $5 a piece. Right there. The packaging is really cute. All those buttercream cupcakes with some sprinkled sugar on the top of them. And this is the second time Harry Slacken is introducing a line in Dollar General. Now, the packaging is really cute. The price point is, I'd say, fair for this. The dust cover is inside for this just the same. And this is 7.5 ounces of wax for the $5. And it burns up to 25 hours. Made in the Dominican Republic, Slacken & Co., New York, New York. Now, this scent was just called Very Berry Cupcake. Up here is its name, but it's also on the front, Very Berry Cupcake. Now, you see I got tons of soot. Man, I got a soot story going on here. The more I revolve it, look at this. No, this is terrible. It did burn itself out. We did actually, on my camera, it looks like we have a circle and then an outer circle. No, I don't know what's causing that on the camera, but it is an even burn. There is no look like a tunneling thing. There is no tunneling. I don't know why my camera is showing that. I don't know why when I go like that it looks like a tunneling. It isn't. It's evenly crossed. It burnt itself out. The wick is down to the tab. It won't light no more. This was a light vanilla cupcakey scent. When it was going, I could barely smell it. Probably a 2. And no, I gave him a second chance with this for this time around with another collection in Dollar General. But no, I can't get this Harry Slacken business to go. Whether it's Club 92, Scentworks, Scentworks and Scent, whatever, all his lines, nothing throws or works for me. Stuff in Kohl's and other places where his stuff is, I just never get any luck. I don't know what all the hoopla is that people are saying that they love his candles or they throw terrific this and that. I'm not here to bash Harry Slacken. I'm just saying I have no luck. Whether it's Club 92 or any of the other lines that he has and where his stuff is. I tried several candles from Kohl's about 2 years ago when he put his stuff in there, and they were bigger candles. The vessels were, no luck. I have no luck with this Harry Slacken business, and I know he's all over the QVC thing too. I don't know if people just hype it up because they want to and lie, or are they convincing themselves they smell it? I don't know. I smell zero. I'm about as honest can be. I am telling you the truth. Save your $5 and tax. This is not worth it. So, in the trash, this is gone. Now, if it wouldn't have been so sooty, would have had a little more fragrance, it would be okay. No, I smell nothing but wax now. Just wax being wax. So, no, I won't even waste my time going around the third time. So, yeah, this is a big fail. All right, big fail on this. So, in the trash, that's going. Now, I have wax melts. In no particular order, I'm going to show you what I got. Trying to reach for some, pull some out here. All right, we'll start right here with this one. This is new for this year. I used a couple of these already. I had good luck with every one of them. This is still in the stores. It's from Sensationals. It is the Dreamsicle Cream. Dreamsicle Cream Wax Melt. Like an orange blossom or orange creamsicle, whatever you call it where you live. I bought several. I've used several. I even picked up a few extras already. I like this. It is, they're saying it's in the bakery. I wouldn't say this is bakery. Right here. Bakery. Would not say this is the bakery scent. I don't smell anything bakery about it. To me, it smells like an orange creamsicle. Just the way they're showing it. Spot on the scent. The orange, the vanilla mixed together. Orange sherbet, orange creamsicles. Ice cream that's half vanilla, half orange sherbet. Really, really good. Spot on the scent. Great thrower. I get an 8.5 out of 10 on this. That's 2 cubes at a time. And just keep letting it go until it's, scentless. And it's time to change it out. So, yeah, like this scent a lot. So, use that one up. Then I had this one. I think I might have tried this in the past. It had a different label. This is the newer label. With their updating of the labels. This is by Better Homes and Gardens. I know I never had a lot of this particular scent, but I know I had tried it in the past. But this is the red mango and tangerine. Nectarine, not tangerine, nectarine. Red mango and nectarine. And scent notes of guava, lime, mandarin, mango, and tangerine. And of course, they don't put no category here. It's pretty self-explanatory with the label what category it would be under. Fruit. So this one is very sugary. It has that very sugary smell. And then of course I smell that mango. I smell that tangerine. It's very strong, very citrus on cold, and it is a powerhouse when this is warming. And it goes for hours and hours. Just keep changing out your tea light unless you're sick of the scent. Just, dump it or let it harden and put in one of those. I wouldn't suggest pouring it back here. It makes these containers weak. These containers are getting more flimsier and more, you hear that? You hear the noise, but you see how easy it is to bend this? The quality of the clamshells is themselves, the clamshells of the plastic container, they're getting low grade. So if you were to pour that back in, it's going to melt this. So that's why I'm telling you. So if you let your wax harden and you're just tired of the scent, though it still has scent in, if you get yourself some of those food grade bags, Amazon, different place, you can get them on the internet. You could always, put your disc that hardened back in one of those label. You can get labels anywhere. Dollar Tree even sells labels. And then the scent won't disappear in those food grade bags. But I would do not suggest pouring it back. These are flimsy anymore. They're not higher quality. They're very easy to bend. So when you pour that wax here, it's going to eat a hole through this and bend this, and possibly even bust it. So this is a very strong scent. And I do smell the lime. I almost smell a little bit of a lemon in here, a very sugary lemon. It's just total overkill sweetness, but overkill juicy, high energy type of a fragrance. And it does very good. 9.5 out of 10 on throw. Love it. It's very strong when you smell it on cold. Yeah, it really opens you up, and it's very juicy, very tropical. Love it. But very sugary too. So I use that. Then, I've had this many times. I like it. This is the mainstays. This is the chocolate chip vanilla cookies. It's chocolate chips, vanilla extract, and baked cookies. Pretty spot on again. Love this scent. If you want to mix it with other, things, any other kind of bakery scent, I wouldn't suggest a fruit with this or a manly or fresh scent. But something like chocolate butterscotch. You can get the butterscotch wax melt to have salted caramel, butterscotch, and toffee. Mainstay wax melt. Melt this with this. Any of those go with chocolate and a cookie. Like when you make cookies at home, maybe you make butterscotch chocolate chip ones or whatever. They're two from Mainstays you can put together and create your own more in-depth cookie flavor. But I like this one. It's really good. It's good just by itself. It smells just like chocolate chip cookies. You do smell the vanilla, but like I'm saying, you can mix it with the Mainstays salted butterscotch that has toffee, caramel, and what did I just say? Toffee, caramel. I can't remember. People, my brain is just shot. All right. But this is a good one. I like it. Just by itself, but like I said, mixing it. Really, really good. Throw on this, I get it. 8.5, sometimes a 9 out of a 10. 9 out of 10 on this. Really like it. All right. Then I have this one. This was from this past Christmas in 24. This is the Illumisense. This is from Walmart. This is under Candle Warmers brand. Illumisense, they call it. This is the Confetti Melt Collection. This one happened to be the Candy Cane Bark. These were soy wax. These were wax melts for the Christmas ones versus the ones that's recently out, and I've showed them. I might even have a few in this empties. These are the ones where they pour the wax and they dress the front of the bar up with pearls or crushed cinnamon, crushed coffee grounds, or beans, either way. They make them more fancier. So this one here was the candy cane bark. These are soy blended. And it smells just like candy cane bark, like anybody else's. It had a medium throw, a medium high. I would say 7.5 at its highest. Sometimes you get them, it's the batches. Sometimes you get a strong one. Sometimes you get a no thrower, a dud. And sometimes you get them in the middle. But mine was in the middle. I still liked it. I don't need this always to be super strong. That I get pounding headache, from something very, very strong. It was nice. I have a few more of these. I bought a bunch of them, so I'll have them for this Christmas too. But, yeah, this was pretty good. Confetti Melts. Luminescence by Candle Warmers. All right, this one, I love this scent. I'm not sure if this comes in a value pack. I could have swore this is now in a value pack. This is the older label. I don't know if I think there is a newer label for this one too, but I love this scent. This is Better Homes and Gardens Hawaiian Fruit Market. It is citrus, coconut, mango, papaya, guava, berry, tropical, sweet. Sweet is by itself. It's not tropical sweet. It's tropical, then sweet. And then vanilla. I love this as a good thrower. This is definitely a 9.5, and sometimes even a 10 out of 10, depending again on batches. Love this. It's very tropical. It's very tropical drink. It's a sweet. There's a little bit of sweetness, but there's a whole lot of like sour and tart both in here from these fruits. It makes your nose tingle and it's like fizzy. Love this. Definitely can smell the coconut. The coconut is more of a fresh coconut, not a beach coconut, not a sunscreen coconut, not a tanning lotion coconut. Or a coconut that is in bar soap, body wash, or even body lotion. It's more of a real coconut. When you cut a coconut open it and you're shaving the coconut. And then you get all the juicy, tangy, tarty, and sweet. It's tangy, tarty, and sweet. It's all three. It's from all these fruits. It is so good. It is mouth puckering. And it gets the saliva going again, the salivary glands. And oh, I love this scent. Oh, it is so beachy, so tropical. Cabana Boy bringing you your tropical beverage drink. Yes, this is a winner. I read the scent notes to you. Again, I'll read them. Citrus, coconut, mango, papaya, guava, berry, tropical, sweet, and vanilla. Sweet is a note itself. I get pineapple in this too, and they're actually showing pineapple. But I get that tarty pineapple, and then they're also showing dragon fruit there. That could be, it's not listed, but it's pictured. I love the smell of dragon fruit. That's another thing. I love all those sweet fruits, but I like all those tangy, tarty, mouth puckering, soury ones too. So, yeah, this is great. I love this scent. Love it, love it, love it. I've bought so much of it, used so much of it, repurchased, reused, and repurchased. I love it. I have quite a bit of that in a stash. But it's still out on the shelves in Walmart. I just don't want to be without that scent. That's another scent. I love things with pistachio and, but I love sour, sweet, puckery, tart fruit scents. Just about any time of year, especially spring and summertime. But I even like them in the winter to forget we're in winter. I'd like to trick my mind and pretend I'm somewhere else, like on an island. Constantly, taking it easy, R&R, and also having a lot of tropical beverage drinks. So here's another one from Candle Warmers under the Illumescence. Again, it is from the Confetti Melt Wax line. This one is the Cinnamon Vanilla Latte. And of course, they're clamshells, the Illumescent Candle Warmers. They don't stay together. There's other lines of Illumescence by Candle Warmers in Walmart, but this was a strict line that was geared part of the Christmas. Now they have the ones out for spring and summer. They're also called confetti melts, and I've showed those in my videos. They're still in Walmart stores and in stores, Walmart stores, and then also check your online for your Walmart for your area. To get the ones that have the lollipop on, the ones that look like gumdrops or cut gummy fruit candy. When I say gummy fruit, I mean it's shaped like the slices like a lemon and orange. Just not the scent of each of them, but it's cut like the candy fruits that are sugared. There's a couple of them out. There's a fairy floss that's like a cotton candy scent. But then they have a regular cotton candy scent in the regular lineup in Walmart. But this was from this past Christmas. It was part of this Christmas one again. This one was the Cinnamon Vanilla Latte. These are soy wax. It tells you that. Right here, soy blend. Right there, above the barcode, right there. And these are always 2.5 ounces, too. This one here, it is creamy. There's a lot of creamy vanilla, sort of a little bit of like a bakery kind of feel. You get that cinnamon sugar combination of ground cinnamon and sugar mixed together. I wouldn't say this is a latte. I don't get no coffee note. Not even the slight little iota of a coffee note in this. But it is very creamy like a latte, but it's very creamy like a lot of bakery scents would be too. And you definitely get that sharp ground cinnamon mixed with granulated sugar. To me, it almost smells like a cinnamon sugar donut or something. But it's pleasant. I don't know if they'll be returning this or maybe throw it into the regular lineup. Who knows what they're doing too. But yeah, it's that cinnamon sugar. You know, I have this sitting in front of me, and this, I just want to bring this in. This is Personal Care in Dollar Tree. This is the volumizing shampoo, but they also have the conditioner, and they have a 2-in-1 together. And they have the body wash in this. They have the shampoo separate, the conditioner separate. Then they actually have the 2-in-1 with the shampoo and conditioners together, all under this scent. Now, there's many scents of this in Dollar Tree. They have different scents, but just this one, the way I just explained it. This one here is the warm sugar and cinnamon. And this is the shampoo. Then they have the conditioner separate. Then they have them both together in a 2-in-1. And then there's a body wash. Just in the cinnamon sugar. This smells like a cinnamon sugar donut. This is how this smells. Same way. It smells identical to this. Very identical. So, but this was a good scent. And the throw on this, I would say, was at least an 8, 8.5 at times. Depending on the airflow in your house, how warm it is, how cold it is, you know, all year long story. And also the batch. A lot of things come into factor. Even if you're using a lit tea light versus a hot plate warmer, bowl warmer, you have to consider everything when when you're using wax melts. So, but this was a good one. Yes, it was very good. Great throw. Warm and yummy, especially on a cold, chilly day. You want that little bit of that sweetness, but you want that warmth of the cinnamon. All right, then I have this one. I've bought this many times, used it many times. In fact, this one, I was going to say, I thought the label was upside down. What difference would it make anyway? I have used this a lot. I have mixed this. I use it alone, but I also have mixed this with the mainstays butterscotch caramel one, and I mix this with other caramels. And I've used this alone. I've mixed it with other fruit scents too. I've used this a lot of different ways, and I've been buying this for years. It is a staple in Walmart, in wax melt and candle forms, all candle forms. This is the mainstays peach and mango. This is the peach, the mango, and the lang lang. This smells just like peaches in a can in syrup. Yep, or peaches in a jar with syrup. Really, really like this. I don't get much of this lang lang, and that's fine with me. Definitely more peach than mango. Very juicy, very authentic to real peaches in a jar, the can, or even fresh peaches when they're in season. This is really peachy and very sweet, and I like it. This always does well by itself or any of the combinations I just mentioned that I like to mix. Caramel and butterscotch, or just caramel with a peach, yeah. Just like a dessert, like a cobbler. When you make it, and then when you're dipping it out, and you put vanilla ice cream with it, and if you have caramel in a container, and you squirt a little caramel over to, fancy it up, but oh God, does it taste good. So yeah, this is the winner. This is always a good throw too. This is definitely a 10 out of 10 for me. Love, love, love this. All right, this came back this Christmas, and it was out the prior Christmas, and I think the Christmas before that one yet. This is the mainstays, 12 Days of Christmas. This one was the chocolate peppermint bark. It's peppermint, sugar cane, and chocolate. And it smells exactly like chocolate peppermint bark. It was an orange-colored wax, though. Every year they brought it. I have no idea why the wax would be a deep orangey red color. Who the hell knows? But, yeah, I can still smell in here. It smells like chocolate peppermint. It smells like Andy's candies, York peppermint patties, Zachary's peppermint patties. Anything chocolate chip mint ice cream. McDonald's Shamrock Shakes. Yeah, any of it. Chocolate and peppermint. Love it. Great throw on this. Buy this every year. I love this scent at, holiday time. And then even through the winter, I like it. Yeah, very good chocolate peppermint scent for mainstays. I also buy chocolate peppermint scents from other companies during the holidays too. But yeah, so nice and strong. Does so well. It has a creaminess to it yet too. Very, very good. Right. Another Illuma scents from Candle Warmers under the confetti wax melt line again. This was from this Christmas. I keep telling you that. The ones I showed you were from this past Christmas in Walmart stores. This one was called the Holiday Confetti Cookies. Looks like star cookies, almost like a starfish. It's kind of raised cookie. And then we have the royal type of icing on them. And then the candy pearls, regular white candy pearls. This one here smells exactly like a very good sugar cookie. Like you walked into a bakery, your local bakery in downtown of where you live. And you know that scent when you walk in the bakery, it smells of cupcakes, wedding cakes, all that kind of stuff. And their cookies always smell so good when you go into a bakery. That's what this smells like, a vanilla, shortbread, or sugar cookie scent. The icing is light on it. You're not getting like a heavy buttercream. It's just a little bit of like an icing scent, but a whole lot of warm shortbreads or sugar cookies. Very good. Great thrower. I love this kind of a scent all year long, but I also like this at holiday time. I like the cookie scents. Very, very good. Hopefully they'll bring it back this Christmas again. All right, this one here is from the Dollar Tree. This is their signature luminescence line. And this one here is in the fresh linen, which has been around since the Dollar Tree's been around. This is in candle form, wax melt form. There it is, $1.25. I bought in this scent. It comes in the oils. It comes in the plug-ins. It comes in the oils where you just, shake the little drops out. Everything. This comes in air freshener sprays. Everything. Fresh linen. I love this. This smells like you're doing laundry. It's that clean, fresh, typical linen laundry, fresh cotton type of a smell. Love it. It has a little bit of a sweetness to it too. This is pretty good for Dollar Tree. At least, some of the scents do. But you can get a one that throws, like a scent that throws like this one. But if somebody didn't, package it right or get close after they were smelling it and the scent goes away, it's going to be, not as strong or that. But this is a good linen scent. It's a linen scent that doesn't make you nauseated or give you, a migraine, a headache, or even into a migraine. This is a nice linen smell. I like this. Great for in the bathroom, bedroom, or if you're doing laundry in your linen room and, whatever. All right, then this one was this past year's Christmas too. This is Sensationals. This is the white peppermint mocha. It says, creamy. Really like this label. Now, some people said this came out the year before, and they couldn't pick up on the coffee note on it. I must have missed all that. But this is in the bakery category. For some reason, they have it in bakery. Love the label, but I love that mug. The diamond pattern on that mug. Oh, God. And there's that peppermint in your cocoa to make chocolate peppermint. And mounds of marshmallows there, with a sprinkle of cinnamon on those marshmallows. This here is a lot stronger. It's really hyped on the peppermint. You definitely smell the chocolate, but it is overkill on the peppermint. It's stronger than the mainstay one that I just showed you from the 12 Days of Christmas. That is balanced well. This isn't. Peppermint is conquering the chocolate, but you can't smell chocolate. It's peppermint on steroids. Yeah, and this, I get just tiny bits on cold and when you're warming. You do get a coffee note, but it's not up in your face, the coffee note, but you can smell it. And it's not too far in the background. It's somewhere in the middle. But the peppermint's the first thing you smell, and it just opens you up. And you smell that nice chocolate. But there is a little bit of coffee in this, and you can smell it, warming or cold. I hope they bring this one back for Christmas time this year in Walmart again. They always usually have some kind of a white chocolate scent, chocolate peppermint scent, and usually some kind of coffee peppermint combo. So they just repackaged this one, bring it back to the store, even if it has the same label, same picture. I like that label, the picture for the label. But yeah, this is extra pepperminty. Like this one. Definitely a 10 plus in throw. Alright. This one here is new. I don't know. I might have a couple of these in here. Let me look and see. Just give me a second, people. It's really hard to tell, but when you're picking from a bag here, just giving a rough estimate. If I don't see it, maybe it'll come out later. I don't know. Alright. This here is new for this year. And it comes in the wax melts, but it also comes in the 3-wick 11.5 ounce candle, the 20 ounce single. It might come in some other variations. Walmart has not brought in anything new in for spring or summer from Sensationals, Lumiscence, or Better Homes and Gardens. They introduced a few mainstays, but I hope to God that's not all there is, because we're really going to get ripped off this spring and summer. But this is mainstays. This is Melon Metally. I've used a couple of these already in the wax melts, and I also used it in the 3-wick 11.5 ounce candle. I have not used it in the 20 ounce single wick. This is really good if you want fresh, clean, spring, summer, fresh fruit, honeydews, cantaloupe, watermelon. All three is in here. The scent notes say that it is melon, pea flower, and coconut water. You do smell the coconut, but you definitely, I don't know if I'm smelling pea flower or not, but I definitely smell coconut water, that true coconut water scent. Also, I smell honeydew, cantaloupe, and watermelon mixed in here. This is a nice scent. It's really clean and fresh. It's like you just brought some stuff home from the supermarket, the farmer's market, or picked it out of your own yard, growing stuff. It is clean. It's fresh. No cucumber smell. The cucumber's not in this, like cucumber melon. No, it's watermelon, cantaloupe, and honeydew with coconut water. Really, really good. Room filling for sure. And long lasting. Many, many hours with 2 pieces or even 3 half a pack. Lots and lots of hours. Lots of hours. Just shut your warmer off. Or if you're using, tea lights, just keep replacing your tea lights. You can put this in your warmer for an entire week and go hours every day with it before it's gonna totally disappear. The scent will disappear. This is a fabulous scent. It is definitely worth every penny you pay for it, and then some. You get tons of hours. It's a nice, strong thrower, but very pleasant. Somebody who just likes, smell of, summer fruits and melons and that. Very, very good. So, yeah, I plan on getting a few more of these before the spring and summer's over. Want to stock up on this. I like that clean, fresh, fruity type of a scent. The smell of melons. I love the smell of honeydew, people. I love it. So, remember Yankee Candle had a honeydew scent. Man, I used to love that scent. In Candle, Wax Melts, their little pulpery tart snap. Really, really liked it. And when that honey, cucumber and melon, it became even in body products, body sprays, soaps, body washes, still is in the store. But when honeydew was mixed with it, just honeydew, There was a scent from years ago. Oh my God, I think I got it from QVC or something. I don't remember who the designer was, but it was called Frosted Honeydew, and it was a body spray. Oh my God, I had that bottle for a long time. It was a big, huge bottle, but I misted it on every day, right after taking a shower, coming home from work and taking a shower, and then getting ready for work the next day. Oh yeah, I had this big bottle. It lasted me a long time. It was called Frosted Honeydew. It was so good. It smelled just like Yankee Candle's honeydew melon scent. It was very good. So yeah, if you like that, check this out in your Walmart. I love it. Great throw. Great throw. Many, many, many hours. Well past the norm of some. All right, this is another scent I love. It did come in value packs in the past. I don't know what they're doing with the value packs this year on this scent. This is Sensational's Beach Please. I used to use this in the evenings, and I used to use Poolside by Better Homes and Gardens during the daytime. I've not seen Poolside last year or this year. Would they do discontinued scent? I used to love Better Homes and Gardens by the pool. That was more of a coconut, it was a watery note, but a coconut sunscreen and a little bit of like chlorine pool water smell. It was so good. This one I used to use in the evening. This is the Beach Please. A little caption says Sunsets and Lunas. Luau's, Lunas. It's an evening time or very early morning when you have when the sun is cracking on a very, very hot day and the sun is coming up versus going down, and it makes the sky all these like rich ambery oranges and gold colored skies. This is, I think, more evening. Not you can't use it in the daytime. You can do whatever you want to do. This is in the fruit category. This is a very strong scent on cold. It is very strong in the air. It's a great thrower, a long-lasting one at that, too. You do get that water smell, but you get mango with this. It's like a rich mango, a deep mango, rich but deep, but not sweet, but not too sour. Oh. It's hard to describe what I'm trying to say. You have to smell this for yourself. This is a perfect evening scent for the spring, definitely the summertime. Like I said, I would use this in the evenings, and during the day I would use by the pool. But one was Better Homes and Gardens, and of course this is Sensationals. This isn't your sweet sugary mango mixed with peach. This is a mango. Almost has like a spiciness to it. Something like, they're showing the islands, but it could be an island mango, a spicy island mango. But also I think about the Orient, with a spicy mango. This is just so good, people. But a lot of aquatic with this too. Clean, fresh aquatic, not man cologne aquatic. This is really, really good. This is a fabulous throw. This is a 10 plus plus in throw. Love it. And it goes a long time. Many, many hours from 2 cubes. Lots and lots and lots past the norm. Really love this scent. I have a lot of it in my collection over the years. This year it came out. This was part of, was it 23 or was it 22? I can't remember what year this was, but it was somewhere in some recent past years. This is Sensationals. This was the cereal cake. I bought a lot of this. These were the Black Friday on the internet. Then it ended up in stores. About 2 or 3 days later, maybe a week later, they decided to put it in the stores then, also at $1. This was part of the Black Friday deal in Walmart from Sensation. It was called the Black Label. This is one of the melts that was in that collection of, I don't know, was there 10, 12, 14 cents. And these were going for $1 a piece. The cereal cake, the little caption says "Over the Rainbow," which there actually is a wax melt in Walmart called "Over the Rainbow" from Sensationals. But just look at that cake. Just look at that cake. Now, this, of course, is in the bakery department. I have a few of these left because I bought a ton load of just this set. This here does not smell like most typical cupcake type of a scent or birthday cake scents. There's a cake note to this, like a vanilla cake or a white cake smell. The icing on this is not overly sweet like a buttercream. It's, I guess it's more like a vanilla icing. But this smells like you're walking into a bakery, too, to pick up a cake that you ordered and had made. So good. I swear to God that you can even smell the scent of, the birthday candles that you buy, whether they're the number ones or whether it's a box of the average birthday candles this big. When you put them all over the cake and you're trying to light them, that scent it gives off as those candles burn, and then they start dripping on top of the icing on the very top of the cake. The way those candles smell, those specific kind of cheapo birthday cake wax, I swear to God, you can smell it in here. You can smell that scent that the candle is giving off. And it's just dripping, burning away and dripping little dots on the top of the icing of the cake. No fire smell, not flowery, fire. No fire, smoke smell. Just the wax that it burns super fast and starts dripping everywhere. Yeah, this is really good. I have a few of these left. This was a great thrower too. Definitely a 9 out of 10 in throw. Love this. Wish they'd bring this back. It was so good. I know a lot of people liked this when it came out, but it was only part of that Black Friday situation. All right. Speaking of caramel, here it is. The one I mix with peach. The one I do the peach separately, the caramel separately. I combine them at times, and I said that this would be good with the vanilla chocolate chip cookie from Mainstays too. This is a fabulous scent. Very good throw on this. This is Mainstay Salted Caramel Butterscotch. This is the toffee, the vanilla, and the butterscotch. This is so good and comes in candle forms too, but I prefer the wax melts. This is so good. You definitely get the caramel. You definitely get the butterscotch. And you even get the buttery toffee. This is so good. This is perfect to go with that cookie scent. I just told you, it mixes very good with the peach, too. So, this is great by itself, also, just like they're great by themselves. But, yeah, great, way of creating a mixology of your own or that. But this is the way I like it. And this is very, very good. This is rich, decadent. Makes your mouth, start to salivate. Very, very good. Love it, love it, love it, love it, love it. Great throw on this. Definitely a 9 out of 10. And when mixed with the peach thing, it bumps it up even higher. All right, this is new. Oh. Here's another peach mango. So we don't have to go over that. That was 2 of them I showed you. Just let me check again, people. So we're getting... here's another caramel. See what I mean? 2 caramel, 2 peach. Okay? All right, this one here, I think I have 2 of. Let me see. Let me just check. Oh, here's another one of the Beach Please, too. Told you, I love the scent. Yep, love it. There's 2 of them. All right. I have 2 of these this time. This here is new also. When I first got this, I couldn't get it to throw, people. I talked about that. Probably bad batches right from the get-go. Then I gave it a second try, and I bought the same scent, but I bought it in some other Walmarts after a few weeks later because I really wanted to enjoy this scent. It smelled so good on cold, I wanted it to work when it was warm. But this is new. This is the Sensational Frosted Sugar Cookies. And the little caption says, "Bake my day." I went through 2 more of these. And I got ones that actually throw. Because my first 5 didn't. And this is a good frosted sugar cookie scent. It's sugar cookie, like the ones you see in Walmart, the hard ones or the soft batch. And then it's loaded with the buttercream or vanilla icing on there. And usually I sprinkle sugar or jimmies or something or leave them plain. It smells just like those cookies. You definitely get the vanilla sugar cookie-ness. But there's something in here and I'm not sure exactly what it is. It could be a different kind of vanilla. It's hard to describe this vanilla. It smells almost like there's a little bit of a licorice in there for some reason. A black licorice. It's something that's close to black licorice. It could be a vanilla that smells that way. I'm not tripping, people. You smell this. Smell the cookie, then just concentrate on the icing part. It could be just a very extra vanilla. Oh, it smells so good. Sometimes I smell a little strawberry in this, and sometimes I don't. Again, depending on the batches. But once I got ones that threw, this is good. I'd say these are at least 8, sometimes 8.5. I didn't get no lousy ones because when I first got these, I was lucky I got a 2 out of them. The first 5, but yeah, this is good. I like this scent. You can mix extra strawberry with this if you wanted to, but strawberry vanilla. Just throw some strawberry in from some other company. Very good. I like it. Half decent throw. My first one sucked. I couldn't get nothing. Alright, this scent's been around a long time, and it always comes back every year during the fall. And I buy it all the time. It comes in the regulars and it comes in the value sizes for some years with both of them. I don't know if they're going to do anything with the label this year and, mess with that again. Who knows? But this is the value pack one I have from a couple years ago. And I have tons of this. I stock up on this like crazy. I use this like crazy. I'm addicted to pumpkin spice scents, period. This is the spiced pumpkin pie. It is pumpkin, nutmeg, cinnamon, clove, molasses, and pie crust, just like you'd be making a pumpkin pie. Actually, there's the pie crust in there, and you do smell it. Like I said, it's a value pack, and it's from a couple years ago, because I got plenty of the halves. They're standard size, and I got lots of them in the value size. I told you, just like I love eating pumpkin pie. Love this scent. Always returns. It's also in candles and different forms of candles. The Wax Melts. Because it is Better Homes and Gardens. It's not the Sensationals brand. And there's a dual pack. You can see how long I have this. Look at this. It is actually cloudy from the oils and the wax. See how cloudy it is? But the scent is still in here. This is a super duper strong scent on cold, and it is extremely super duper duper loud when melting this. You can smell throughout your whole entire house. It is souped up, really, really souped up on fragrance. It's a nice pumpkin puree. You get this hot cinnamon and the bakery cinnamon. You can smell the crystallized sugar. You can smell the pie crust, a little bit of vanilla, a little bit of nutmeg. But you get both versions of cinnamon in this. Yeah, this is super duper strong. If you want your house to smell great all freaking fall, right up to Thanksgiving, and even going into Christmas, that people still use pumpkin scents, this is the one to get. I love this. Love it, love it. Of course, you can mix this with some other scents too, if you choose to. You can mix a falling crunchy leaf scent with this. You can mix this with a sweet apple and leaf scent. You can mix this with, every year when they come out with some kind of acorn or chestnut type of a warm scent, you can use 1 in 1, a cube of each. You can do a lot with this, but this is worse than steroids. I don't know what's worse than steroids yet, but this is really powerful, people. And it's been around for a long time. It always returns. Super duper super because of the cinnamon. The cinnamon, but the pumpkin is not weak in this either. Hell no, you could smell that thick, rich, fudgy pumpkin puree. You know, very good pumpkin. Not the same as when you're cutting a jack-o'-lantern open. That fresh pumpkin smell. This is more after you know, cooked it, baked it, the whole story, and added all the spices and sweetness to it. This is wonderful. Love the scent. I can't go without this. But like I said, I have a shitload of it in boxes. I buy this every year. I buy loads so I'll never run out of it. Just in case they would maybe try to kick it to the curb one day, but I don't think so. It's been around a long time. All right. Speaking of another pumpkin scent, this one came out this past year, and I went wacko with this one too. This one is from Sensationals, not Better Homes and Gardens. This is one of their pumpkin scents. I hope they bring this one back this year because I really like this one too. This is the caramel pumpkin. Little caption says, blessed and pumpkin obsessed. And this smells just the way that looks. It smells like a true pumpkin flavored cupcake, or even if you get a pumpkin muffin. But it does have the cupcakiness versus the muffinness. Another pumpkin puree smell. And then we have the buttercream with this, and we have the caramel that's drizzled over the top. Yeah, this is really good. And it's in their bakery category. I have a few of these left. That's what I'm saying. I hope it returns. In fact, I have it going in my kitchen right now on this miserable day, miserable evening. Yeah. There's cinnamon in here, but it's not like the pumpkin pie one. That is jacked up on the cinnamons. The ground as well as the hot. This is more of a bakery cinnamon. Tiny bit red hot to this. Very pumpkin-y. Very warm, thick, fudgy, pumpkin-y smell. A little bit of the cupcake is truly a fall scent. I like it all year long. So, yeah, it smells exactly the way it looks. A warm pumpkin cupcake coming out of the oven, letting it cool a little bit. It still has a warmth to it, though. The fragrance has a warmth. It smells like that cupcake still is a little warm. It's giving off that beautiful fragrance. We got the rich buttercream to it and a little bit of the drizzle of the caramel syrup on there. Yeah, this is really good. 10 out of 10 throw. No qualms about it. No ifs, ands, or buts. Really good fragrance. Love, 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 love this. Now, you can pair this with it if you choose to. You can actually pair this with a lot of stuff. This is from Sensationals. This is their salted caramel buttercream. This is another scent. This here, little caption says, that's sweet life. Right in there. It's hard to see that, but this here, look at that decadent dessert. Another kind of cupcake or small cupcake tart version. I don't know, something tinier. Look at all that buttercream on there. Look at those candy gold beads that you eat for decoration, and look at the caramel on that thing. This is in the bakery category right there. This is delicious, people. I smell just a little bit of saltiness, a whole lot of rich, thick, very good buttery caramel. Tiny bit of like a cupcakey note. It's like there, but in the back. And there's something with apple in this. It's an apple caramel bakery scent. Just not a regular caramel apple, like, you know, that you eat a caramel apple. It's a very sweet, juicy apple. that caramel, it's decadent. This can be used alone or paired with a number of other items. The apple in this is like a red, juicy apple. A sweet one, not a tart apple. It smells like it just came out of the orchard. It's got that kind of a smell. It's got that orchardy fall vibe that some apple scents have. Yeah, this is super good. Standing alone or pairing it with just about anything. You can pair this with the apple that's in this with the caramel. This would go very good with the peach mango. Apple and peach, both caramelized. Yeah, total goodness. But by itself, this is over a 10 plus and throw. And it goes for hours. It does not die down right. It does not lose its scent after 2, 3, 4 hours maximum. No. It goes and goes and goes and goes. Love this. Love it. I've purchased lots. I've used lots of this. Love this. I think my friend Heidi from Canada, she likes the scent also. Yeah, it's very good. Alright. This one here, they changed the label now. They got both labels going in the store. I've never known this to be in a value size. But this is Better Homes and Gardens with the new label. This is the Meyer Lemon and Basil with scent notes. It's very hard to see this up on screen because it is white and it's so freaking tiny. I mean, I'm next to needing a magnifying glass for how small the scent notes are wrote. You can just about make out the name in with the letters being a little bit bigger in font, but the scent notes just microscopically small. But anyway, I've had this when it first came out. This is the new label. It's about out 4 or 5 years already now, maybe even 6. This here is the Meyer lemon, then lime, bergamot, basil, orange, and white pomelo is in this. This is very bright lemony, like you just cut a lemon, and the zest of the lemon, a fresh lemon. But it has the garden herb scent. If you have herbs growing in your yard, or you buy herbs at the supermarket that are fresh, or a farmer's market, or a specialty store that sells this, herbs and stuff like that, it definitely smells of the outside leaves of basil. Not dried, the fresh. It's got that whole herb experience, sweetness of the pomelo fruit, but the zestiness of a fresh lemon and lime in front of you. Very, very good. Another one. Very long lasting, many hours, superly strong. You could smell this throughout your whole home. So if you like lemon and herbs mixed together, especially basil, and a little bit of sweet pomelo fruit, this is it. You like clean fresh. This is good to use anytime, but this is good after you've made some kind of fish in your house and it stinks. Put this on, it'll neutralize that smell in a hurry. Also, this is good on a cleaning day. This is an energizing scent that you might need this to help you get some cleaning done. Or after you've cleaned, have it going. Yeah, really good, very strong throw. 10 out of 10. Love it. Speaking of lemon, this is the new label, but they also have the old label in stores. This is Better Homes and Gardens. This is the Frosted Lemon Bars. Love this scent. Reminds me of the lemon cooler shortbread cookies that are rolled in this white powdered sugar that have a lemon zestiness to them, and then they had lime coolers. You can still find those on the internet, and you can definitely order them from Amazon. They're called lemon and lime cooler cookies. The shortbread sugar cookie, it's a shortbread. It has that, it's like when you make chocolate chip cookies. I'm just saying chocolate chip right now. When you have the hard bake, the crunchy crumb kind versus the soft batch. That's what lemon coolers are. They're the crunchier kind, and then they're rolled in the powdered sugar. But on here, they're showing sugar cookies with a lot of buttercream or lemon-flavored buttercream smothered all over those cookies. They didn't waste their time putting a great amount on there. There's the fresh lemons. That's how it smells. It smells like just fresh lemon. Not cleaner lemon, not Mr. Clean, not Pine Sol lemon, or any other kind of lemon fabuloso or lemon Ajax or not that. Fresh lemon when you cut it open, just like the Meyer lemon. This here has scent notes for the frosted sugar bars. It is lemon, sugar cookies, frosting, vanilla, and buttercream. And this is good. I wouldn't mix this with anything. Just use it the way it is. You got that sweet, crunchy, hard the more hard batch, crunchy shortbread or sugar cookie. You get that beautiful, sweet, juicy, fresh lemon juice scent. And the sweetness of vanilla and buttercream. This is mouthwatering. It's a great thrower. It's a long-lasting one. This one doesn't die out, after about 4 hours at its most max with some wax melt scents. No, this one keeps going and going and going. It goes way past 4 hours, 6 hours, 7 hours, 8 hours. Yeah. This entire pack could probably last you 2 weeks, even if you melted 8 hours a day, including Saturdays and Sundays. Definitely worth its money. Love this scent. Love it, love it, love it. And I got plenty of this in my stash. And when I do see it, I pick it up every now and then to add more to my stash. But I also keep pulling out using this great scent if you just love cookie, clean lemon scents to begin with. But perfect for spring and summer. Mornings and afternoons, or even an evening melt if you prefer to smell cookies and lemon. All right? We're getting there, people. We're getting there. This came out this past Christmas, but it also was out the Christmas before. This here is the Packed Party brand that was in Walmart, and they had warmers to match this. This is another woman-owned company. You only see your stuff at the holiday times. This here is 2.5 ounces of wax. It is soy wax. This one is called the Holiday Hustle. They also came in candles, just not wax melts, for 2 years in a row. Plus their warmers, which I own this one, the Pink Santa right here. Then they had the Flamingo, and they had Santa upside down like he was going down the chimney and his feet sticking up. But I bought the Pink Santa the first year, and it was out this past year, and I'm sure it's going to be back this year again. They didn't have half the scents this year, the fragrances that they had the first year. There was a load of them. But this one came back in wax melt and candle form. This here is the holiday style. Soy blended wax, like I said. This is warm sugar cookies, vanilla, and buttercream. And it smells very similar to something I showed you in the beginning of the video when I had said it was by Candle Warmers. Oh, it was the one that looked like the starfish or star cookies. That scent, that's the same scent that's in this, but one is Candle Warmers, but this here is Packed Party. I don't know if Candle Warmers has anything to do with Packed Party and the woman who owns this company. Maybe that's who pours for her too, Candle Warmers. I'm not sure. It doesn't tell me any of that on these labels anywhere. But the scent is identical. This smells exactly like that. This is a warm sugar cookie scent, but you definitely smell the butter in this. You get this super rich, softened butter scent. And this one's a little bit stronger. It's more hyped up. I don't smell... There's a little like an icing scent to this, but there's a whole lot of warm butter and the dough that makes up your sugar cookies. And a warm, like they're just going in the oven. Some that already came out and cooled down a little bit. This is buttery rich. This is just so freaking good. I hope it returns again this year. I love this. I've never had it in the candle. I think I did, but I'm not sure the first year, and I didn't have too luck. It kind of, it threw, but it kind of tunneled the way the vessel was. It was not the right vessel for the candle. It's kind of round like this. It had that gooseneck and then came out, and then there was other candles by Mainstays that did that. They're pretty, but the candle doesn't burn right. But I always get the wax melts. Love this scent. Really, really good. If you want sugar cookie scent at holiday time or just any time, this is really, really good. If you're selling a house, this is the scent to put in the home before the people come to look at it. This will help you sell a home. That's how good this scent is and how strong it is. Very, very, very good. Throw on, this is a 10 plus. All right. This here is Mainstays. This is out currently. They had this under some other line with horrible looking labels that didn't look so pretty. It was under the essential oil line or the aromatherapy line, and I don't see it in that anymore. Maybe in some areas it's still carried that way, but there were these white yucky looking labels. This is much prettier. This is an improvement. All of the peppermint leaves growing outside. This is Mainstay's peppermint scent. They also have a frankincense and some kind of centel, coconut something or other, whatever. It's those kind of scents. It's not your and patchouli and that. It's not like they don't have muffin and cupcake under this line. So this one here is just peppermint, and that's the scent note. The scent note is even peppermint. And this smells like peppermint. It literally smells like peppermint. It's super duper strong when cold, super duper strong when warming. 2 pieces equal one of a standard cube, but yeah, this is straight up peppermint. It smells like you just are chewing some kind of peppermint gum in your mouth. Peppermint lifesavers. It's peppermint, but I kind of get a little of a wintergreen with this. It's kind of sweet. It's just like peppermint gum or peppermint lifesavers or wintergreens. No spearmint with this. This is super duper strong. It has a sweet sugariness, just like the candy does or the gum does. This isn't toothpaste peppermint. This is candy gum peppermint. It's really, really good, strong, perfect if you have a headache or you just want to wind down. Maybe if you have a stuffed up nose a little bit, this might, help. If you have a headache, this would help. Yeah, super strong on cold, super strong on warming. Definitely thousands and thousands of hours in this little pack. That's how strong. That's the way they should all be, but they're not. All scents. All right, this is new. They had this once before, but it had a different label on it a couple years back. This is its label this time. This is the Lumiscence, also Lumiscence. This is from Candle Warmers in Walmart. This is the strawberry shortcake. And it's always a red wax. It's long lasting. It is. It's soy blended. And the scent notes is juicy strawberry, cream, and sugar. Now this strawberry smells very close to a real strawberry. Some people have a hard time replicating a good strawberry scent. No, this smells like real strawberries they brought in from the farmer's market, your grocery store, or if you grow strawberries in your backyard, or you went picking them in a field. Yes, and there's just the right amount of sugar to this. Like when you're making a strawberry shortcake, some people cut it and they put the berries on. Other people take and we mash the berries up with a fork a little bit. Then we add a little extra sugar, and then you either use those cake tart things that you can buy in the supermarkets, or a pound cake, angel food cake, vanilla cake, whatever, and you smear the squished strawberries that were mixed with a little sugar. You pour that over, and then you put a dollop of Cool Whip or whipped cream or homemade whipped cream, canned whipped cream, and then you put a strawberry on the top. Yeah, to make your shortcakes. There's so many different ways. That's what this smells like. It smells like this is a good strawberry smell. It smells just like real strawberries, and you get that little bit of sweetness, a little bit of that sugar sweetness, but you can smell the whipped cream. You can smell it. It is really, really good. And it throws half decent. I would say that this is at least an 8.5 out of a 10. Really, really good. I like this. All right, this one here is also from Illumiscence. This is their updated label. They used to have a different label for this. This is the Illumiscence. It's by Candle Warmers 2 in Walmart. Soy wax again. This is the homemade cinnamon rolls. It is cinnamon, vanilla, and brown sugar. Right there's the scent notes right there. This is the newest label. It's more blown up. You could really see them. Before they had some other label on here, totally different picture. And the cinnamon rolls were, smaller. They weren't as close up as these are. This here, you definitely smell the vanilla. You smell the brown sugar. You smell the cinnamon. And you smell the dough to make up your cinnamon rolls. And they're either just going in the oven and they've been in there for all of a few short minutes, or they're on their way out because they've been in there long enough. Yeah, you definitely smell the doughiness of this. And you smell the cinnamon, the sugar, the vanilla, everything. It smells just like real cinnamon rolls. Not those things in the can. Pillsbury, the supermarket's version. The store brand's version. No. They don't have that smell. This smells like you're making homemade cinnamon rolls. Or you're in the mall somewhere, or a strip mall somewhere, whether it's, a TJ, what was it called? TJ Cinnamon Rolls, and these other companies that make cinnamon rolls, and they charge you a fortune. But the smell, or if you make your own at home, not the can at home, the real at home, that's what it smells like. Of course, you can add butterscotch scents to this, caramel scents to this if you want. You can throw the sugar pecan scents in this with the caramel yet. But it's just the regular cinnamon roll smell. If you want the nuttiness and the caramels and the butterscotches, you can put that all in and dress it up and make it even fancier, but it's already sweet and delicious by itself. And then the sugar pecan scents. You can, mix 3 or 4 different things together. If your dish is wide enough, or put 2 of something in one warmer, put 2 of something in another warmer, all based around this, and you're still going to smell like you're baking cinnamon rolls. Yeah, really, really good. Half decent throw on that, I'd say definitely like 8, 8.5. Just to that. With the other stuff added, it's going to bump it up. All right, then we have, let me just check this bag here. Oops, see, there is something stuck down here too. I found 2 more yet. Okay, this has been around in Walmart. It's usually available all year long, at least the Walmarts I go in. This is the mainstay, it's Pineapple Lily. It's been around for a while. It's a wax melt and a candle. A couple different candle variations for this. It's pineapple, citrus, and lily. This is another strong beachy type vacation getaway scent. You smell mango in this. You smell some papaya in this. A little bit of pineapple. You get the floral of the lilies, but there's some other kind of floral. It smells like you're in Tahiti, or you're in Hawaii. You get a watery note with this. This is nice and strong, does well. Another one, it lasts and lasts and lasts. It doesn't fade in 2, 2.5, 3, 4 hours. It goes and goes. Nice vacation in a clamshell. If you can't go on a vacation, you can at least pretend you're there. Yeah, really, really good, long-lasting, high throw on this. Definitely a summer scent. Or in the middle of winter where you wish you were, you can, go on a vacation. Not all of us can, but, yeah. But you can dream. You can pretend you're there. All right, then we have this one. We're getting there, people. We have 6 more after this yet. This is another great one. It's hard to find sometimes, depending on when you hit your Walmart or the Walmart you go to. This is Better Home Cigars. This is the Raspberry Vanilla Smoothie. This is really, really good. Raspberry, not blackberry, raspberry. scent notes in this is raspberry, vanilla, cream, and sugar cane, and that's all true. This is a nice scent, a fairly strong scent. It does last more than 4 hours. But it doesn't last as long as some other ones do, but it still goes over the 4 hour mark. This is true raspberry with a vanilla cream, vanilla and cream, vanilla cream together. It's a little sugary, not too excessive. There's something a little sour in here, but I'm not sure what it is. It's like the raspberries have like a sweet but yet sour puckeriness to them. I wouldn't mix this with anything. I think it's perfectly balanced right with what they have already in it. But it kind of reminds me of a raspberry drink. But it also reminds me of like a raspberry slushy in a way with a creaminess. But it also reminds me of a raspberry milkshake at the same end. But it's very raspberry-ish. Yeah, and you get that sweet, because when you sniff it, you'll smell the sweetness, but then you get this tartiness to it. But you get this velvety creaminess with a vanilla added. Really, really good, long-lasting, great thrower. Great thrower. I'd say definitely a 10 out of 10 in throw. Yeah, really, really good. Like this. Now this one here is Better Homes and Gardens, but this is the whipped vanilla and blackberry. That was raspberry. This is blackberry. This here has scent notes of blackberry and raspberry and blueberry, vanilla and cream also. So I added 2 more fruits to this. Though it's called vanilla blackberry, it not only has blackberry, but it has raspberry and blueberry in it. This is another great thrower. It is fabulous. It's 10 plus in throw. It goes for lots of hours. It is a very dark ink blue. Dark ink blue color like the banner or the berries when you get this. This is in the bakery category though. It doesn't say that, but it is a bakery. That one is more like a beverage. The raspberry vanilla. This one, no, it has a warmth to it. You smell the berries. You smell blackberry, blueberry, a little bit of raspberry. Not as much of raspberry as the other one. But you get more blackberry, some raspberry, and blueberry in here. The blueberry is not dominating either. The blackberry itself is. But there is something creamy in here. The vanilla and the cream, I guess, is what they're saying. It's a warm scent. It smells like you're making... It's definitely bakery. This is not beverage. This smells like you're making some kind of like blackberry muffins with like a cream, not cream cheese, like a sour cream in your batter. It's totally warm. It's sweet, but not overly sweet. The other one is really, really sweet. The raspberry vanilla was, the smoothie. I almost smell like a cake or something in this, like a cupcake cake batter. But it's totally warm. But it's a fabulous thrower, and it goes for lots of hours. So if you like the bakery version, you want to get this. And if you do like the cool, refreshing, like smoothie, milkshakey type with the cool sensation, then get that raspberry vanilla smoothie. If you're in the berries, period. So a warm one and one that is more cooler. Both of them throw fabulously. Lots of hours. Lots and lots of hours. That's when you know you're getting your money's worth and then some. All right. Then we have this one. This is the new label. This has been around since the cavemen in Walmart. This also came in value size, and it still does. You might still come across the old label, but this is the new label. This is another scent. I used to buy a lot of this when I first got into wax, only at Walmart, because I was into wax before Walmart's ever came around. I was a big Yankee Candle person, Village Candle, all that business. But this here is Better Homes Ground's Wild Berry Cheesecake. This is a staple in Walmart. This is the new label. Value size as well as the regular clamshell, and you'll still come across the old label. Doesn't change the scent. It's a very deep, dark, purple, kind of bluish, that looks like the inside of a blueberry when you bite into one. That's the color of the wax. It's very dark. It's a very dark, this is more like a plum, I would say. The other thing is a blue and purple, very dark. It was like biting into a berry. Scent notes on this is blueberry, blackberry, strawberry, sugar, lemon zest, and cheesecake notes. And you do smell the cheesecake. I can even smell the graham cracker. There's a strong scent. It's a long-lasting scent. It's a time and true type of a scent. It's been around. A lot of people still love this scent. Super duper strong, cold, super duper strong. When warming it, any version of warming it, light bulb, hot plate, tea lights, you get all those berries. You get that creamy cheesecake smell that smells just like cheesecake, not sour milk. You get the graham cracker. You get a little bit of sweetness. You're like you're smelling sugar. It's so good. It's like having a real cheesecake in front of you with fruit on. It is so good. So good. They also carry this in the oil refill pluggy things in Walmart. It used to be in a spray years ago. I don't know if they still have it in the aerosol spray. Yeah, it's really good. Love this one. Throws great, doesn't die fast. Doesn't know. It just goes and goes and goes and goes and goes and goes. It takes a long time for the wax to lose the fragrance. It's another one. You get more than your money's worth with this one. Really, really good. Never had a problem with it. Alright, this here is also from Lumiscence, from Candle Warmers. Another confetti wax melt. This was part of the Christmas ones this past year, where I showed you the cookie one with that looked like the stars or starfish, and then I showed you the, whatever the other ones, I can't remember, the coffee, latte, the caramel latte or whatever. It was the coffee. It was in the beginning of the video. This is all from that collection from Christmas this past year. They weren't actually Christmassy scents, but they thought these would fit in with Christmas and the holidays. This one is the Apple Crisp Bites. It's like a apple crisp. We got the oatmeal piece on there. We had the other crumbly mixture that goes with it, the apple pieces, a dollop of whipped cream on there. This was a red, a dark red, darker than this label part up here. It was a much darker red. It's like really dark red skin on apples. Fall type apples have really dark red skin on them. It smells like apples and cinnamon. The cinnamon is both red hot and bakery. You smell that crystallized sugar that goes right along with cinnamon. It's a harvest apple scent. It smells harvesty. It doesn't smell like, a summertime apple. It doesn't smell like a Red Delicious. It doesn't smell like a Macintosh. It smells like some other kind of apples that are considered fall apples. This is definitely a fall and holiday scent. I think it's a little too strong for summertime, unless you don't mind super strong in the summer and the spring. It's definitely a heavier scent, geared towards holidays, geared towards fall. It's got fall screaming out of this. Yeah, I think a little vanilla. It doesn't tell me what the scent notes are, but this is the wickedly strong harvesty apple with the overdose of both ground and hot cinnamon and the crystallized sugar. I actually think a little vanilla would go with this. A very good vanilla that you have, or even something from Walmart. I think a little vanilla would help tone down that cinnamon. After you take this away from your nose, smelling it this way, your nose is still tingling. It's that red hot holiday cinnamon. But that apple is a harvest apple. Yeah, this is really strong. This is good in cold weather again. Cold weather times, you want a warm, cozy type of a scent. You get in the colder part of fall, right before winter itself starts, and even through the cold winter. Yeah, this is that kind of scent. This would be too much, like I said, unless you really like this, spring and summer. Really overly heavy like this. But otherwise, save it for the cool weather. It would be perfect. But yeah, I think they have some other kind of apple cinnamon out in a regular line of Lumiscents in Walmart. But this was part of the holiday one. But they do have an apple cinnamon. I think it might smell the same. It might be a little different. I'm not sure. I don't have it with me. But this one was super duper strong. Definitely fall and cold weather kind of a scent. All right, we're down to 3. This one here I've talked about before. It is in the stores currently. This is a new label, and this is the Better Homes and Gardens Deep Blue Waters. This reminds me a lot of a scent they had before, and I talked about this in my videos. It was also by Better Homes Gardens in wax melt and candle form. It was called Blue Harbor Cove. It had a marine water smell, not this beach man cologne business. It was marine water smell, really clean and crisp. No man cologniness behind it. It has a coconut smell in here. It has some lavender in this. The scent notes actually read green sage, lavender spruce, blossoms, moss, and green marine. It is definitely a green marine water note. A little bit of coconut in that. Tiny bit of lavender. Not like lavender that you normally smell. More like lavender that you would find the scent in body care or shaving cream, like Barbasol. That kind of lavender. It smells just like the Blue Harbor Cove that was out. I think they just gave it a new name, a new label, a new name. But it's the same scent. It smelled exactly like what was Blue Harbor Cove. Really nice, clean, fresh type of a marine water with some green smell, like plants, not trees being green, or shrubs, more like watery plants. Yeah, smells really, really good. Strong throughout. It's another one. It lasts and lasts and lasts and lasts. It doesn't fizzle out, and have a short life. Many, many hours of this. Very strong. Perfect spring and summer scent, too. Sometimes I think it could be an all-around year scent. That's just my opinion. Very nice, though. Love this. Love it. Very good. I don't go for this man cologne business. Hardly could I stand anything in the man cologne fragrances. They make me nauseated, and then I start getting a headache, and then I become even more nauseated. Now, this one is also new. This is from Sensationals. It is the Berry Blossom Breeze. It is new. The little caption says sweet florals and vanilla bean. It looks like some kind of little daisies, of colored daisy, Gerbers, whatever they're called. A little bit of wildflower look. It is Sensationals. It's in the florals. Now, this is not a heavy inducing headache floral like the man cologne business. I can't take those strong florals either. A lot of them just make me nauseated. It's like flipping through a Cosmopolitan magazine with so many different smells in the book. No, I don't like that. Or going into the department store or even the drugstore, and people are spraying all these fragrances on themselves, or they're spraying them on, the little sticky things the little paper stick thing, you spray it and then you wait for it to die down. No. I can't take to that. I only like soft florals. Very soft florals. This is a soft floral. It's a little powdery, but a little freshness like a wildflower would have. There's something sweet in here. That's the berry. I don't know what kind of berry it is. I can't quite put my finger on it. But it's a little sweet berryness. Pretty floral, not overly floral. It smells girly. if Tinkerbell was a real Tinkerbell, I can see her wearing this. I can see Tinkerbell wearing this kind of a fragrance. This is perfect for teenagers, you know, melting this, you know, a grown woman too. But this is a teenage fragrance, a teenage girl fragrance, or little girl. Or like I said, Tinkerbell. She would smell wonderful with this on. But it's a floral and a berry mixed together, but just perfectly put together. Just the right amount of strength. It throws good. There's a couple other things in here, but it smells wonderful. It just smells wonderful. It smells delightful. It smells, if you have this on and you're out at the doctor's appointment, shopping, whatever, at a job, and you're allowed to wear fragrance, you'd get a lot of compliments every day. They'd say, "What are you wearing? I'd like to know what that is. I'd like to have it too." Yeah, this smells really good. Wish Walmart would actually make it in a body spray. Copy this and put it in a body spray. And put it in that aisle where the body sprays are. Really, really pretty and nice. All right, the last one I have for you. This is a new label, but yet limited at the same end, because I remember this having a different label. This is Sensational's Berry Chill. This has been around a few years, but this is a newer label on this. This says just sippin'. You're just sipping right there. And then here, this says limited edition. But right there in that red, it says just sipping. This here is a berry drink. It's showing a glass that has raspberries. It looks like lemon slices. And it looks like apple pieces. Chunks of apple, lemon slice, and raspberries. And it looks like it has some kind of mint sprig on the top of the drink. Those are not ice cubes. That's apples. Apple pieces. Made in the USA. This is Sensational. It's in the fruit category. This is a fairly strong scent. This is fruity berry, but kind of... There's some berry in here. Like strawberry besides the raspberry. I don't really smell the lemon, though they're showing lemon. I didn't smell it when I was warming it either. It's definitely a raspberry scent. More of an artificial one, not like the others I showed you that smell more realistic to real raspberries. This is like a artificial raspberry, kind of soury. Some kind of apple again. Not a good apple. Not even a good apple scent. Like really generic apple. Something else is in here. I don't know, something like a guava or something. It's tropical, but it's like a guava. It has a little bit of a souriness to that too. This is not a sweet beverage. Berry Chill. This is not sweet. Everything about this is either sour and puckery and totally artificial, but it is super strong on cold. And it is super strong when warming, and it lasts. This is another one. It doesn't go away in 2, 3, 4 hours. No, it goes and goes. I don't have a lot of this. This is not really my kind of berry. I like sweet, juicy, as realistic as we can get to real berries and lemon. This is totally artificial every way around. The only part I like about it actually is the sour part of the guava. The guava has a sourness, and it makes it true tropical, but the rest of this, no, it's not my cup of tea, but it is a strong one on cold and definitely strong when throwing. And that's everything I have for everyone right now. So, this was a long video. I told you that from the beginning it was going to be. And I'm surprised I got through all that for even being out of commission for a while. Not melting. Just didn't feel like it, not with the weather. I just, just went from one room to another room, ate, napped, and watched TV and be on the internet a little bit. That's all I got accomplished with the cold weather. So, if you like this video, give it a thumbs up. Like and share my videos. If you're just watching me for the first time and you like this kind of content, you may like some of my other content. I do hauls with Walmart, Dollar Tree, Dollar General, Aldi's, and anything in between. You might want to check some of that current stuff out, maybe some stuff that goes back a little further, because some of the stuff I haul is routine stuff, not always limited edition stuff. And yeah, and Easter's coming up. Today's already Thursday, and Easter will be here on Sunday. And I'm gonna see what else I can do before that time. I have another Dollar Tree haul I want to post, and this video also. And I hope everyone has a wonderful Easter, in case I don't, put anything up other than what I'm talking about. And so I'm just wishing everybody a happy Easter ahead of time in advance. And yeah, just spread the word about my channel. Still trying to get to 1,000 subscribers, or even over. That would be nice. And everybody just have a wonderful Easter. Be good, be kind, stay warm. Hopefully we'll have a sunny Easter, a warmer Easter. And yeah, I'll talk to y'all real soon in another video. Thank you for watching, everyone. Bye-bye.